Hey Kevin, I enjoyed your response on the ethic of care in regards to our scenario. And I was thinking about at which point you brought into two things into play. One being um, possibly having a meeting with the teacher as well as the parents to maybe determine what is appropriate and what is not age appropriate. And then that I also thought that that might be a good time for them to talk about, what needs to happen in the school socially as the ending of the scenario kind of talked about the assistant superintendent thinking about what kind of message would be sent to the students who are actually pregnant when the condoms come down. And so the other thing that you talked about were the condoms actually on the poster and maybe that not being as appropriate. And from the justice standpoint, I appreciated that you brought out that it is part of the curriculum that needs to be taught. It's just the how it can be taught. And I would honestly say that, from my opinion, I wonder what it might be like, if everybody came to the same conclusion that, we need to have something that is like real, impactful, in your face, and maybe the poster, as offensive as it may seem to parents, might be very impactful for some of our students. It's kind of like, and it just reminds me, and I know this is, I don't know, to me, this kind of is a correlation, but thinking about when we talk about drunk drivers, and we have oftentimes high schools have these cars that are totaled, and people, they have people coming that, have severe disabilities, physical disabilities now, and parents who have lost children because of drunk driving, they come and they use that shock factor. And so I somewhat wonder what that, if the parents would be amenable to that. And so just thinking about that in terms of the ethics of care, and then of course the ethic of justice, and that just simply boils down to number one, the standard needs to be taught. It's just going to be how it needs to be taught. So definitely enjoyed your response to that, as equally as I enjoyed your response to mine as well. And thank you for sharing that. Me giving the background was really helpful.